I said, do you even trail, bro? Do you trail? I said, do you even trail, bro?
Yeah.
That was a perfect demonstration. It did what you said. All right, good morning, and it's pointing to you a little more. Put it right in the middle.
There we go.
You don't want to point towards me at all.
Shit. There we go.
But now it's towards me more. Oh, it's in the middle. It's like pointing right in the middle.
Yeah, I like that.
Good morning. We are live.
Salutations, my guy.
Salutations. What is that? Is that good morning or good, like, welcome?
Yeah, it's like a good morning phrase, you know? I don't know what country it's
Guys,
from, but
we beat the breakfast, but now the food trucks are here.
Let's go.
When you're starting to hear stuff in the background, that's what it is. But basically what's happening right now is, do you even trail, bro? Float Life Fest version. Let's go. That's off the road.
He was on? Oh, really?
Sent it, man.
You okay?
Killed it.
Fuck. Yeah, boys. You good? Can you race another one? Yeah, but it doesn't matter. That's
Full senders.
Hey!
I
Congrats,
got
Good
the
racing.
player.
Hey, let's go, Thor. Awesome.
Good job, buddy.
Nice. Congratulations.
Right? Fourth show?
Yeah, fourth show.
So we left y'all hanging a little bit last week with like a weird short one. So speaking of last week's show, I actually got to rip with Brooks day 2 of the Float Life Fest.
Yeah.
Get Brooks in the background.
Realistically, when do you think the rest is going to be?
Hey, how was that?
Bro, he rips. We went to the back 40. We'd even meet at Float Life Fest. We went somewhere else. We went to the back 40. We ripped it. Him, the guys from Austin, a few of the guys from Minnesota came. So it was pretty dope.
Yeah,
Pretty
that's what
gnarly.
I'm talking about.
Shout out to Brooks.
That'd be hella sick.
Salutations, bro.
Let's get it.
Salutations. All right, so it looks like we have the first person here.
They don't have a one wheel though, so
They don't have a
may
one wheel,
not-
and I think they're just walking. They're walkers.
Walker.
Hey, real quick trail etiquette. When you're on the trail and you're coming up to a walker, you know to yell walker, right?
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
Same with bike, you know? If you're passing somebody or like doing that, bike, walker, any of that is gonna work.
It's gonna work. And you say walker for your homies in the back to know to slow down, and
Yeah.
it kind of lets her know that some people are coming up. So
Exactly. It's
him or her.
yeah,
you know.
it's a double.
It's a unisex walker. It's
yeah,
it happens.
unisex walker or non-binary walker.
Exactly.
It's just walker. It's gender neutral.
So what are we gonna do on the show today?
Well,
what do you think we should do?
Let's talk a little bit about Float Life Fest. Who all's here? What's going on? What exactly is Float Life Fest? I mean, is it a race? Is it a festival? What is it exactly? I think we should go with that.
I think it's a little bit of both. This is my first Float Life Fest. How many Float Life Fests have you been to?
This will be our second coming to Float Life Fest, so
You've only been to 2,
yeah,
and you know so much.
I know so much.
Man, he
Got
was
experience.
schooling me all day
Experience.
yesterday, and he's only been to 2. This guy's as new as me.
Not necessarily.
All right. Well, anyway, so let's start first. What
Yeah.
is this? What's going on back
That's
here?
Rookie of the Year right here. Rookie of the Year.
Well,
Jeff brought it home.
we brought it home. There was some cool, awesome contenders. All right, so now we got generators in the back, and we got low-flying airplanes. So we're gonna let the airplane go away. We're gonna let the generators go. We gotta have food people in the back.
Yeah,
So.
of course.
All right, so Austin, tell us what Float Life Fest is for people that don't know about one wheels, or for people that are just into one wheels and they don't know what Float Life Fest is. Give them the rundown, please.
Alrighty, so Float Life Fest is basically like Burning Man for one wheels, if that makes any sense. Maybe a little bit less crazy, but
I have not seen any men burning.
yeah, it's pretty crazy. So we've got
When is the ritual?
well, you gotta ask the Drift Sisters about that one.
The Drift Sisters have a cool ritual?
They've got a really cool ritual.
The Drift Sisters tent looks sick.
Yeah, it's pretty nice over there. I'm not gonna lie.
The Drift Sisters gave Jeff a cool little like nutcracker that was like a Jamaican dude with dreads and a one wheel. It was sick.
Yo, that's pretty dope.
Yeah, it was sick.
That's
Anyway,
pretty dope.
I cut you off. Sorry, it happens all the time. What is Floatlife Fest?
Yeah, so again, it's basically a giant festival that also has racing as well. So they've shut down this entire Kohler Preserve mountain bike trails just for us. So up here in the parking lot and everything, we've got the vendor village, we've got tons of vendors. Everybody is here as far as like products and whatnot. If you ever needed to like buy something and you didn't want it shipped, come here, buy it from one of the vendors, they'll have it. And then also the gnarly ass trails that is Kohler Mountain Bike Preserve. I mean, you've got Fireline, Thunderdome, all these crazy awesome trails that are closed down just for us to ride anytime, whenever. So it's pretty sick. It's like a whole culture out here.
It is sick. We've been burning lots of things.
Yeah.
All right. There's been no men burning though. I mean, well, I don't know about burning.
No men, but there's definitely been some stuff burning. That's
Okay.
for sure.
All right. So what's happened so far? All right. So it's Burning Man. So that's like it's like a party. It's like a festival. There's a lot
Yeah.
of people. Is there racing?
There's racing.
Races?
Oh, there's tons of races, man.
This is the start of Thunderdome. You come down this. This is your first little jump.
One of the few wider ones.
All right, so what's about to happen right now? I got it. What's about to happen?
Lil Jeff's about to get mad at me.
You're about to race little Jeff?
Yeah.
But I appreciate you. Good sportsmanship. Be humble. That's how you do it. Just let the riding talk. Dave taught you that. Tell her, Dave.
I'm excited to watch this. This is gonna be fun, dude. I'm stoked for them to be out there together.
Hey, Zoe, what's up? Tell us what's going on.
Emma, come here. I might get a bike because Ethan's not showing up. So it's either Little Jeff or Emma who's going to win. Then I'm going to go. So, yeah, I'm feeling pretty confident and hope I'm going to win.
Yeah. Good job. So what's up, dude? What's going on here?
I'm scared.
You're scared?
I'm racing him.
Who, this
I don't
guy?
think everyone does. I don't
Yeah,
think
why are they scared of you, man?
I went down there for
I'm older than them, basically.
Okay, for sure. Now, are you Finn's little brother?
Yeah, I'm Sam. Finn's little brother.
Sick. Now, what have you learned from Finn? Tell us any sort of secret sauce that you got.
adventure sports.
He's taught me a few things, but
You teach him?
sometimes.
Yeah.
I teach him how to try to like go easy on the people that he beats. Just like not be too toxic. But
For sure. Man, we appreciate that, dude. Thanks, Sam. Hey, Jeffrey.
No, I meant on a Onewheel, bro. I meant nobody.
What's going on right now?
I'm about to race
There's a lot
Thunderdome
of
with Emma.
side pieces in
You're about to race who?
Emma.
The secret girl.
And I'm racing first. My first year in, I don't know who's going to win. I've never raced here before, so
For sure. All right. Well, good
see
luck,
what
brother.
happens.
Love you.
Ciao, Jeff.
I think
So what just happened?
Say it again.
What just happened just now?
What just happened?
Me and you.
I got a slice of pizza a little while back. I raced. He's got Jeff. It was insane. It was neck and neck. We were going real fast, and it was awesome.
Nice.
you.
Oh my God.
Get some content. So Austin, world-class racer. We all know Thunderdome is gnarly as hell. You went through 2 rounds. 3rd round going in. Who are you racing again?
I got Noah, and then Finn and Dom. It's my next 3.
Okay. So you've learned anything from the first couple times? Actually,
Yeah, I
he's
keep
going
slowing
against
down
Jeff.
too much for the greats. I'm trying to be conservative, but going slow, I'm not getting my transition over the greats, and so I'm kind of dragging the tail.
Okay, so hit those a little faster.
Gotta
maybe
hit
a
them
little more down.
faster, and then, yeah, lift my tail up a little bit.
Yo, Finn, we noticed you are a world-class rider and racer. How did you become that way?
I just rode like every day.
Every day. That's what I tell them, seriously. So let's find out about the amount of time that kind of goes in that, because it's a daily thing. But tell them it's a couple hours at least, maybe 5, 6, maybe all day if you're somewhere.
Yeah. I mean, I ride to school a lot of the times.
Wait. You're right at school. So how old are you? Tell them how old you are.
I'm 16.
16 and one of the best one-wheelers in the world. What's up? That's my guy. All right, so we're actually shooting for a show called Do You Even Trail, Bro? What do you like, street or trail better?
It just depends, honestly, on how I'm feeling. Like, I love the flowy trails out here, but I also love riding on the street. I do more street riding in Asheville, where I live.
So you like a drops kind of dude?
Yeah, lots of drops.
I've seen some. They were taller than me, but that wasn't saying too much. But
They were taller than me.
Okay, that's saying something.
I'm more.
This is world champion Dave Stewart, father of Emma.
I'm the old guy.
So tell us what's
Nowadays.
going on with this race. What do you think?
It's an exciting Grom race. We got Zoe Miller taking down almost all the women in the pro class.
Yup.
And bunch of other little up-and-comers, and I'm excited to watch them race. I'm super excited to watch little Jeff and Emma race.
That's gonna be dope.
They're going to both have a blast.
What's the best way to do it? Should I do it by the sidewalk, you think?
I mean, for filming, you'll get more.
Should I follow? Would they be mad if they probably can't follow, right? Or stationary
They've done
right
it
there?
in the past, not at this race, but
Yeah.
down
I'm
the
not gonna mess with
features
it.
and stuff. But what I'm going to do is watch the start, and then you'll be able to. You can go down the path and see them down there, and really you can watch the whole race if we just race down the path.
Race down the path.
Yeah.
All right. So guys, we're
gonna be racing down the path.
Yeah.
Woo! Yeah! You got this, Jeff? Hey, don't do that until 10. You good? Here we go, Jeff. Just like we were riding. No pressure, baby. Good yourself? Coming through, guys. Coming through, guys. Experience up camera. Go, Jeff! Hey, right by you, Justin. Let me get by you, Nick. Let me get by you, Nick.
What are we doing? Go.
Yeah. Woo! Let's get it!
Well, Jeff. Here, clear the way. Clear the way.
I gotta be right there though, just in case.
Go, little Jeff.
Slow down! You got it! Slow down! Slow down! Yay! Yay! Slow down, slow down, slow down.
Yeah, little Jeff.
Yeah. That was awesome. Good job. Killing it.
Woo woo! Tons.
So tell me about him.
Well, you're the racer. You tell me about them. You're in them. You're racing them. How are the races here compared to everyone else?
All right, so
You know.
let's see. We've been here. It's like the third or fourth day we've been here. So we got here. We started racing the like Herms app underground circuit. Got our feet warmed up. Got pretty warmed up with that.
Yeah. Hit a few circuits.
Yeah, hit
Okay.
hit some circuit action.
Okay,
But
okay.
for Float Life Fest, we all were practicing on Fireline. That was going to be the qualifying. Okay.
I got you.
Fireline is a pretty gnarly trail. Didn't you ride it last year?
Oh yeah, it was insane last year. It's even better this year.
So was there like a little more chunk last year, or was it smoother? or what?
Way more chunk last year. Just imagine a trail with massive sweeping berms, all downhill, 10, 15-foot berms, jumps, huge downhill features. It's gnarly.
Yeah, it was gnarlier last year. So that's what's up. So Fireline is the qualifier. We all raced down we all raced down Fireline, and we had to the first 32 is going to face off in the championship today. Fireline was pretty groomed. It was a really fun trail. Some of the beginners had a little bit of trouble on it, but for the most part, everyone thought it was a great trail.
I mean, it's big. it can definitely be very intimidating. If you've never ridden anything like this, like it could be scary, but it's way better than last year. Way more groomed, way smoother, a lot less chunk.
Yep. With the racing that's already been done, like I said, it's only been the qualifying so far. Today is the championship, the finals, okay? The 32 men, I think there was probably like 100. How many people listed probably?
Over 200.
Over 200 people listed. They break it down to the top 32. We had some pretty fast times yesterday. The fastest time on Fireline was 1:30. Floaty got that. And I think the top 10, we were all in the 130s. I ended up finishing 8th with a time of 1:37, 7 seconds behind Floaty. Shout out to Floaty.
Not bad, yeah.
So, yeah, we got top 10, top 32 advance. We are going to film the winning and the last few racing of the Thunderdome today. So that's at the end of the show. So stick around for the end of the show so we can see who wins Float Life Fest.
Yeah, let's see it.
There we go.
Woo! Jeez.
We had some freshies, mustache
Hey,
trails.
do you even trail, bro?
Do you even trail? What?
Damn, hell
They were fresh
guys.
yesterday.
Yeah, they were fresh.
Trails.
I'm still feeling fresh. The board, it still rides. We good. We out here.
Bro, this dude trails hard as F.
Oh, yeah. Woo!
Mustache trails, got a D.
Bro, I face planted. This thing slid down.
Ooh.
The whole. You saw it, right?
Meaty.
Oh yeah, it's great, but I don't know how this thing slid so far down.
Yeah, get that back piece of it.
Whatever.
I think Zoe was
Like her ankles hurt. Yeah. Back here at the top we have summer.
Is it rubbing on the tire?
I'm in the shot. And then here's me again. Me? Oh,
Honestly, these rails.
me? Me again? Little Jeff? Little Jeff. Hey, get racing out there too, little Jeff.
Yes, Allie!
Let's go, Summer! Woo!
Allie and Summer!
Go!
Allie! Yes, Allie!
Good job, good job.
She is so fast.
I'm good, thank you. What's up, Dom?
What up?
You about to roll?
Yeah, about to roll.
Who you racing?
Les. Dallas,
Les.
Texas.
Okay.
Fellow
That's my ride.
Dallas versus Dallas. I was born in Dallas.
Alright, guys, we're ready.
What's up, Les?
What's up, Jeff?
You ready to rock?
I'm ready to get this.
Clear start line. Put that board right here on the table. Right here.
I just don't know how that is.
Go!
False start.
Go!
I'm gonna win, Ricky.
Count down differently. Les is flying.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
It's not like all the way biggest game.
What's up on the flow? You like the flow, or you gun it? Just gun it and like fly and tail drag, or you go with the flow? Like what's your vibe on that?
I like to crank it up a couple notches past my opponent.
Yo.
Yeah, I don't go like crazy to the left, but I hit it.
Yo, Micah.
You.
Hey, we're gonna be down there to catch the ending.
Ending? Alright, I'll push it harder.
I saw it last time from a weird angle, but I saw everyone be amazed, so I know it was good. I'm gonna be down there to check it out. This guy's been sending the back to his body. What's up?
Be ready. Be ready.
Yeah!
Let's go.
Yeah!
Yeah! Yeah!
All right, so we're racing today. I mean, if you're not a racer, like, are you gonna have a good time here?
Oh, you're gonna have a blast. I mean, there's so much going on. They're having clinics for tricks and taking beginners down trails and giving pro tips from experts and pro riders. I mean, it's pretty gnarly. As well as morning stretches. I know they have that should be starting in probably around an hour. I think 8 or 9.
I think I'm running that.
Are you?
Yeah.
The morning stretch this year?
Yeah.
Oh heck yeah! Yeah. See, we already got it. Get coached on how to stretch by a pro. Right here.
I think I'm gonna need to do the stretching.
That's what I'm saying.
Shit.
I mean, with how hard.
Bro,
you can
to be
ride?
honest, if you don't stretch, you're gonna get hurt.
Oh yeah, I mean, you got to. Especially out here in these trails, like if you're not running it off, you're going down on some gnarly rocks.
Favorite yoga position?
Downward dog. I know, right? I know. It's gonna sound a little sus, but
downward dog. That's.
What about you? What's your favorite yoga position?
I kind of like the pink flamingo.
The pink flamingo.
Yeah.
Is that a real position?
I think so. It's like when you're doing this.
Isn't that like a Tai Chi thing? Let us know. Let us know.
I mean, pink flamingos stand on one leg. That's what I name it. You got to give in life, guys. Give things that already have names, little names for you.
Yeah, let your creativity come out.
Let your creativity shine.
Yeah, that's what this place is all about. You
For
know?
real.
That's what Float Life Fest is all about. But yeah, they're having tons of different stuff for all classes of riders. Whether you want to learn, have fun, just go mess around with your friends, it's going to be the place to be.
Let's do it. Yeah, speaking of Fireline, little Jeff raced this year, and the first time he ever went down Fireline was in the race.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, wow. How'd he do?
He did well. I was
it?
able to follow him, and I was throwing out a few things here and there,
Yeah,
just to help him out a little bit. It's first time down Fireline, all right?
Just a little bit of backseating.
Yeah, but yeah, he didn't come off one time, and he made
Yeah.
it all the way to the bottom.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
You were hauling ass. How does it feel right now, man? You almost got squirrely on that back.
Pumping, man.
Say what?
Blood's pumping. Nice there. Thanks.
Bro, when you came down that second to last, you looked good. You were hauling ass.
Thanks.
It looked good. Noah, you killed that last part. Did you cross before, but you were all crazy?
Yeah, I was definitely crazy.
Slow down! There you go, slow down. You got it, dude. You got it.
Happy dad. Happy
Yeah.
Yeah, little Jeffy killed it.
You almost.
I was so close
killed
to flying.
it. I know you
I was
were.
so
You got it, though. You got it.
There you go.
You guys are versing. I know. I'm gonna wait for you guys at the bottom. You know, the first round doesn't count, okay? Guys, I'm gonna wait for you at the bottom, okay? I might let you in the first round. I don't know.
All right, we got Zoe and Jeff on deck, and we got a badass rematch with Austin and Noah right here.
Wait,
They're getting in
is
their
Emma
zone.
still racing? Say, is Emma still racing?
We got the grill. We got the Hex grill. The Winman parts. Hex grill. Okay.
It's a beast, bro. My feet ain't moving.
We got. I mean, stock. It's reputable. Got the stock GT.
Go.
He's got the loss, bro. He would have landed, he might have won.
One more.
Sheesh. That boy just hanging on tight, just like he always knows how to do it. Yo, Bart, do you even trail, bro?
I trail.
Dude, are you about to row with a beard?
Every year. It's a tradition.
Okay. Is it half full or is it half full or half empty?
It's half empty. It's actually a little bit past half empty. I might need another one before I start.
I think you should get another one before you start.
Somebody has any beer for me? Thing's getting empty. All this waiting around.
Where's this beer cannon?
Hey, who's gonna win?
I don't know. Can't say yet.
Christy, what's going on right now?
My heart's pounding. Bart's about to go down the Thunderdome right now, and then Zoe goes right after him, so.
Who's faster, Zoe or Bart at Thunderdome?
Zoe. Because she's part me. She's
part of you? She got the fast half.
Yeah, so she's representing for the Millers this time, so yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the cheerleader this time.
Heck yeah. Hey, Zoe, where did you get your fast side from? Bart or Christy? Your mom or dad?
Yeah, I'm looking at you.
Where'd you get your fast side from?
I can't say. I don't know. That's a hard decision.
For sure.
5.
Dang it.
False start, false start. All right, here we go again. 10 seconds. 5. Go.
Go, Dad.
Let's get it, Bart. Let's go.
Let's go.
Stay on it, boy.
Yeah. All right, so we got the fins. It's actually Sam and Finn. What's up, guys?
What's up?
Hey, so we're racing Austin next. What's going on? What's the angle here?
I don't know, man.
Are you jumping the crate?
I don't want to, but if I have to, I'm going to.
Alright.
I really don't want to, but I did it last year. I think I can do it again.
Alright, we're gonna cut to the footage now.
Where is he?
I think he's down there. I'm just gonna
Dude, what is that?
Dude, I forget her. She's probably on here, maybe.
Oh, Lass's chick.
Yeah, dude. These fire cookies. I forget what kind of cookies they are. I'm kind of making a mess here, as you can tell.
That was Mercedes, right?
Yeah, Macro. Yeah, dude. Check it out. This is Mercedes, bro.
What's a Mercedes Silva?
Yeah.
Sick. Yeah. Nice.
Looks like a lemon strawberry.
I see the resemblance. Okay.
Pretty fire, dude.
I got you. You mean to throw this away for you? I got you.
I was trying to put the tag up, dude.
No.
Keep that.
Hell yeah.
Got one of, Lars got one for his cat, dude.
For his cat.
Seconds, okay? We ready?
Yep.
Go.
Wow. Oh my God.
I gotta go find him. Dude, your bumper's also fucked up.
What happened to Austin?
He fell right there. I didn't look back. Nice job,
You good, man?
Good job, boys.
You good?
Yeah.
First berm, whoops. Where how did it happen?
I just slid it on the grate.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, if you go down, you know, it's going to take it.
Alright, dude. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, dude.
That was
check here, brother.
Nice.
Fuck yes.
Nice jump, bro.
I know to get attitude.
I was just chilling. Like, I know I'm not gonna win, but I want to stay with him.
It's like exactly the same as last year. Austin, does this go to you, board? You are so just rock steady, bro. Like you're like clearing like 10 foot, and you're like, oh, that's cool. You know, fucking up.
Let's get a word.
Little ones that get me, apparently.
How I feel? Damn kids, bro. There are all these young kids now racing one wheels, and they're just too damn fast. Well, what's next? I'm gonna go back to New Zealand.
Oh, that was the finals?
What? No, that was what? That wasn't finals. That was consolation.
All right, so what's happening next?
What's happening next is finals.
Finals,
Yeah.
baby.
Oh, I'm not going against anyone.
That was it for
That was
him
it.
and
I'm
Austin.
third.
That's it.
Yeah, I'm third.
This guy's third.
I'm third place. I don't know. I much prefer first place, but I'll take it. You know.
All right, so we the generators started going, so we had to change positions, and now we're here by this bridge that makes noises, but not Thunderdome, but we're by this bridge over here that makes noises, but it's very cool and subtle noises, like we've already added the music. So
Yeah.
I basically saved myself like 10 minutes looking for music on YouTube.
It's fine. It's perfect.
Perfect.
Easy.
All right, so we're at the bottom of Thunderdome. Does it even look big? Because it's really not even that big. Everyone's scared of it.
Yeah, it's not that steep.
It's not that steep.
Yeah, it's just big, you know.
You will get f***ed up on it.
Yeah, if you go down, you're going down for sure.
This is what happens every time. You're racing someone and you're kind of like neck and neck with them, and then like it's like the end of the race and like it's like the finale. There's like people down here and stuff, and so you push it. What happens when you push it at the end right here is you fly off a little bit, and as you come down, your tail drags on that metal grate up there, causing you to slide hardcore because it's metal and plastic.
Yeah.
What happens when you start sliding?
Well, you can't stop. So you basically just go full gas, and yeah, you can't really turn because your tail's on the ground. So you're going off the board into the ground, and this shit is
Dude,
hard.
it's so hard.
It is hard clay.
My
my
arm is from practice run in Thunderdome. I heard it race for the rail a few weeks back. I'm having trouble doing this with my right arm, right? It was actually getting better until a couple days ago when I had a crash on this.
Yep, that's what you're telling me. So it's gnarly for sure, but it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good racing.
There's been 2 races so far. They were yesterday. I guess there was a qualifier to get to the finals today, which is Thunderdome. And then there was like this fun GT race, GT/XR mass start race where it was like 100 of us on a straight line, and we all went through this field and went really fast down some concrete and then went and did some loops around this real dusty circle. It was pretty intense. It was sick. Everyone had a great time. We all ended up at this cooler in the middle of the woods. All of us had just dirt all over our faces, and we drank a beer and took a big picture.
Hell yeah.
It was cool.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, you got the big names: Craft and Ride, Flight Fins, Armadillos,
One Wheel Parts.
Floatlife has a booth, obviously.
Obviously, because Floatlife. Shout out to Floatlife.
But there's also a ton of like smaller local vendors. I mean, you got like Float Gang.
They make
Chameleon Rails.
They make sick shirts.
They really do.
And the Chameleon Rails. That hat is sick.
Electric Stoke, who make the bonk rocks, they're out here.
I love their stuff, dude.
Mhm.
It's always like real colorful and bad.
Super sick. It reminds me a lot of like the Bang Bumpers, but in a bonk rock.
Bad.
Pretty sick.
Bad ace. Okay.
Trying to think who else is here. We have a bunch of the local guys like Naz T's Float Shop.
Dude, shout out to Naz T's, man, because like
Yeah.
they have a sick team. They're really fast. They really push the sport here.
Yeah.
Bentonville has amazing trails, and so they're kind of like the home team to have a relationship with the trail, the trail steward, what it's called.
Yeah, I mean basically the owners of Kohler. I mean they establish that relationship and build that trust so that we're able to come here and do stuff like this. I mean, shout out to those guys.
And Justin's done a great job at that too, because he's had Float Life Fest here a few times, right?
Yeah, this is the second time it's here, so they liked us the first time enough to let us
They
come
let
back.
us come back.
Yeah, so
awesome. So from the jump of Float Life Fest this year, 5, what has happened? Have you seen anything happen that was cool, or either like what's in your memory box from the last 2 days that's been like, oh, that was cool?
Oh man, there's so much. I mean, since we're sitting up at the tent most of the time for Vendor Village, I mean, that's where all the street tricks are going on. I've seen some people do some crazy stuff out there.
It's
wild.
What's a trick that you want to tackle? Maybe we could ask Bodie to give us a tip on it when we interview him.
Yeah, we could do like a bonk 180, I think. Bonk to a 180.
Oh, dude, someone's coming.
Sick. Let's see him. Let's see it. What up, man? Send it.
What's up, bro?
You got it.
We're about to be done so you can practice, man. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. I'm actually worried about that right side with that lip. I didn't get to run it yesterday. That's all.
Oh,
You
shit.
guys are good. I got this down.
All right.
Meter for the win, by the way.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Love you guys, man.
Yes, sir. So even though he said he's got it, we're gonna go ahead and finish up because we're in the way.
Yeah, we don't want to be those guys. We're
Yeah.
not the bikers. We're not the walkers. We're not the people with dogs.
Dom's showing us his little bro.
Yeah.
His little bro is a savage, badass whitewater rafter kayaking racing fool. What's your brother's name?
Mateo.
Oh, he's got a cool name too. Dom and Mateo. That's epic, bro. All right, well, let's get this interview on real quick. I know you got a lot of riding to do.
Yo, Thor, I'm doing an interview, Thor.
Thanks for being on Do You Even Trail, bro. How can we get a bunch of younger guys to ride one wheels? One wheels are freaking cool.
I don't know. Like, you kind of have to ride it to fully experience, like, how rad it is. And, like, I really think that kind of the large price tag has really kept a lot of young people from riding one wheels. And it's not really much more expensive than a lot of hobbies and sports that a lot of young people get into. And it, like, even cheaper. Like, mountain biking, like, riding a one wheel is cheaper than mountain biking. And you can go everywhere you could take a mountain bike, or pretty much. Like, you can conceivably take a one wheel anywhere you would want to take a mountain bike. So I think that just more young people having the opportunity to ride and have a one wheel.
So this video needs to go to a bunch of parents at Christmas time. Like,
yeah, be
straight
like,
up.
you like this, it's not a toy. Like, you kind of look at it as a toy, and it's more of a tool. Like, something that gets you outside.
Well, how long did it take you to get on the trails once you started one wheeling?
Oh, like, I did it almost immediately. Because I came from mountain biking background where I lived in a neighborhood. It's kind of like Asheville, North Carolina. It's really well known for its mountain bike trails, and especially Brevard. And where I lived, I could ride like hundreds of miles of really good single track out my door. Like the trail that I really learned how to ride on was called Inglesfield Gap, and it was actually the first like pretty much flow trail in the United States, is what I've been told. Because the Forest Service went out and they were like, let's try out converting like a forest access road into a like adaptive flow trail, or like just a flow trail, like making mountain bike features on this trail.
Someone told me you had 20,000 trail miles.
20,000 trail miles. I've never really added them up because I've had so many boards. I would say about like 20,000, because there was one point like there was like 2 years there where I was doing 10 to 20 miles a day on trails, and then 10 to 20 miles a day I could easily get like 100 miles a week. Was not that crazy. Like, I would get 100 miles a week, and so I was looking at about like 1,000 miles every 2 months, 2 to 2.5 months, and that was for a period of like 24 months.
About 2 years.
Yeah, for 2 years. And then that's just that 2 years of like 2019, like kind of after like Race for the Rail. I was still riding a bunch before that, but after that it was like, this is what I want to do, and I'm going to invest all the free time that I have to be the best one-wheel rider I can be.
So how is it over in New Zealand? Like,
it's amazing. I wouldn't say I'm one-wheel. Like, I still one-wheel a bunch, and I still one-wheel like I one-wheel now more as like a hobby as before it was like I was doing it as like pro level, I would say. And like now I kind of like I ride it to school. I like, not really joking. I do still ride my one wheel like an insane amount. Like on the weekdays I go to class on them, and then in between classes and stuff I'll because I have 10 minutes in between classes, so I'll just go jib stuff around university. Like, I've like added some hidden bonk blocks some places, and like stuff like that, and like dug out a couple like kickers and good bonks, like, or just around campus. I go do a circuit, and then like I'll go take my friends out. We'll go ride through the city, and then there's a downhill mountain bike park next to where I go to school, and I just drive there and go ride lift access downhill for like 2 hours of lift access downhill. I can do like 12 miles in like 2 hours of just all downhill like mountain bike trails. And it's like amazing.
So you've been here, you're an OG, bro. You've been here a while. Tell me what you've seen the sport grow into. Has it grown into a lot? Is it a lot bigger than you thought it was going to be now? Like, are you excited about it? Tell me about it.
Yeah, I don't know. Like the sport as a whole, it's kind of, I see the group encompassing a lot of different personality types, because I feel like as one wheeling grows, it becomes more mainstream, and it comes back to that idea of like, why aren't kids one wheeling? And I feel like they weren't really a demographic that one wheeling really connected to. And I feel like we're only really seeing like one wheeling connecting to a demographic of so many young kids. Like this year I saw more young kids racing one wheels than I have ever, and this season I see just like Zoe Miller and like Lil Jeff and those guys, like the fact that they were racing down Thunderdome, like when I was sitting there, I was like, this is like mind blowing. Like there are little kids, like I'm scared of Thunderdome, and there's like 14-year-olds like gapping the grates, and then there's like 7-year-olds that are like riding down those trails, and it's like, whoa,
it's insane.
This is insane. How well will they be able to ride in like 5 years? Like I thought I was like, man, I'm so lucky to get into it. Like I started riding when I was like 14. I was like, man, this is rad. Like I'm getting into it so early, but like, man, these kids these
You're way
days.
early.
I feel like the beauty of One Wheel, Float Life Fest, especially like shows of one wheeling, is that it can be whatever you want it to be. Like it doesn't have to fit into one form factor for one person. Like you have trail riders who love riding trails. Like I personally love riding trails, but does everyone need to go ride a one wheel on trails? No. Like it could just be your way of getting to work. Like what I see One Wheel growing into is a large community of passionate people creating devices, like creating one wheels that allow like to best fill the hole in their life that it needs to fill, like best fit them, if that makes sense. Do you even trail, bro?
Nice. That was dope. Crazy.
Cheers.
Crazy.
Bro, where's your water?
I got it right here, bro.
Dude, take some drinks. Catch up.
That's what I'm saying. I gotta just.
You have not been nervous enough. He gets nervous and he takes drinks. It's funny. And so, obviously, this dude's Mr. Showman now.
Yeah, we got it
Mr.
now.
Actor.
We
Mr.
got
I don't
it.
get nervous.
It's just too early to care, you know?
You know what? That is good. It is. It's too early to give a D.
Exactly.
All right. Real quick, am I in the frame? I feel like I'm way over here.
Oh God, could you imagine?
But no, I am. But it's like I feel like I'm like over here trying to like make sure, because like it looks like I'm not, but I'm.
It looks
totally...
like I'm not either. Honestly.
Okay, cool. We're in because like it ends here somewhere. All right. Yeah. Oh my bad, Peavy. Come here, Peavy.
Let's get it. Let's see what's
up. Hey, come here. Get in the middle.
Get in on this.
Peavy's got his hot pants on.
Literally,
he will not practice in these. So like when people call him Hot Pants Peavy, I'm like, bro, he's got blue Thor pants. What are you talking about? But when it's game day, he puts the red pants on,
Gotta
baby.
have the red fire to win.
No, seriously, fire it ignites. That's why we got Ignite grip tape, because it fires, man. So
just that hot.
Shout out to Brandon. He is going to be a contender today. We're finishing up, so we won't be in your way much longer, man. Like 2 minutes at max.
No one up there, so no.
But yeah, Brandon's gonna be a contender today, dude. He's gonna send it, and not only is he gonna be a contender, he's actually gonna be one of the fan favorites because this dude's gonna be sending it. Okay.
Love the grip tape, man. Picked it up yesterday.
Oh, thank you, dude. Appreciate it. Got the 4 mil.
Yeah.
Show off your board, man.
Got the GT Enduro with the lightning rails. GT
Nice.
Sabers, 4mm in the front, no issues with activation.
Fuck yeah.
I did the slap, installed it.
You gotta smack it, man.
Smacked it real good. It feels great.
If you smack it, it's not gonna do it. It's not gonna go.
Yeah, and it like it's I feel like I'm like Velcro to the board. I'm super locked in. I had the stock grip tape for like 2,000 miles, but this is really nice. So I'm glad we spoke at the inliner registration. You told me about it.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, One Wheel Parts. Gotta do the shout out.
That's the dude, man. I really appreciate that. Yeah. Jeff, let's get it, buddy. You got this, dude.
Turn around quicker than me, and I was like, oh crap.
Yo, Micah, how was that last run?
Fast.
That shit looked crazy as hell, man. So, y'all gonna run again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Why not?
All right,
Going for it.
Fun.
It's for the championship, right? Sick. Let's get it. All right, Micah's still in the lead. Micah's still in the lead. All right, let's go see Micah send it.
Hey, let's go, Thor. Awesome. Good job, buddy.
Nice. Congratulations, guys. All right, man. So what's up, Micah?
What's up?
All right, so thank you for coming to the show. Do you even trail, bro?
Do you even trail, bro?
Bro, I know after seeing you, I don't think I do trail that hard because like you trail super hard.
I'm from the Bay Area. I go to Santa Fe High. And,
dude, so you're like around a bunch of skaters all day, every day.
Most of my friends skate. I used to skate more than I do now. I one wheel a lot more than I skate. But my dad actually got me into skating when I was like maybe 3 years old.
So you're 14. So you've been on a board for like over 10 years.
Yeah.
Sick. We could tell. All right. So how do you trail ride? Do you live in the city? Like where do you go to?
I live in Nevada. There's a trail near our house.
Is
So
it straight mountain like, or?
It's a super rocky uphill trail, and then it's a super fast downhill, smooth silt type trail.
How often do you hit this trail?
Every day after school if I can, yeah.
So you're putting 10 to 20 miles a day?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. So, where do you see the sport going? Do you see us going like to a suspension system, going 30, 40 miles an hour? Do you think we're kind of where we're at?
I'm hoping Onewheel makes a board where it's like you have to at least have ridden like 20,000 miles at least, or maybe not 20,000, maybe even 10,000 miles max, where it like shows that you know how to ride a Onewheel and control it, and it can go like 30 to 40 miles an hour without any hesitation on the board or you.
Yeah, I was thinking, dude, if they just had a pro mode that just didn't have pushback, that would be so sick.
Yeah.
All right, so you took first place. Like, what were you thinking going into this thing? Did you think you had it?
I don't know. I was up against a lot of fast racers like Dom, Finn, Austin. Finn really raced all the dudes from Race for the Rail, so he helped me out on that one. He raced all the fast dudes for me.
Oh yeah, dude.
And I was just kind of race myself and not push myself to the point where I'm like hurting myself, but push or ride fast and ride hard.
Yeah, so I noticed I haven't seen you since Seek and Shred, so every time you do come out, you go hard. In the 2023 ORL season, are you going to try to come out to more? Are you a
I
serious
think
racer?
we're going to try to make it out to Dirt Surfers and Shred Fest of 2023. I'm going to try to make it to Race for the Rail this year.
You just said it right there. I think it's going to happen. All right, so do you have anything else that you want to say? Any special shout outs?
I would like to thank my dad and Bob for getting me out here this year and helping me win the dual slalom pro men's class, which was pretty dope.
Just one cool little secret that you think you could share with other trail riders. What would that be?
Stay light on your nose and learn how to use your body weight when you're going through jumps and rocky trails.
Oh, perfect, bro. Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. All right, Justin, man. Thank you for allowing me to come and be a part of this, man. Making this special event for us, making a community awesome. Can you just tell us a little bit about like where this all started from and you know how far it's came?
Yeah, sure. I know. We were just talking about it. So funny. You know, Float Life 1 was in 2017. We did our first little race actually in 2016, but that was not, you know, Race for the Rail, or not Float Life Fest. It was just a little race. And then 2017, rented a venue in North Carolina. We started the race, 60, 70 people. You know, actually a lot of the people that you see, like the guys from Flight Fins, and, you know, Jeff McCosker came out from Float Life, and, you know, on his honeymoon, him and Raquel came out. You know, I was like, oh, I'm thinking about doing this thing. I want to call it Float Life Fest. And he was like, sick, sign me up. Literally came out for their honeymoon for Float Life 1. They brought Bodie, and Bodie took all the prizes, and you know, he was just like this wonder kid at the time. Now, you know, we're like technically be Float Life 6, but pandemic we did 3.5. I mean, now we're 600 plus people, maybe somewhere right in there, and just it's full sin now. You know, that first year we were all just trying to get over a curb. You know, like it was like, oh, Jeff's gonna teach us how to get over a curb. That's gonna be awesome. And I borrowed a curb from a parking lot, brought it out to the festival. I did return it. I actually took it back to that parking place and dropped it off. Yeah, and now, you know, God, just every year it kind of grows. It's, I mean, just seeing folks going off the Thunderdome now, like Micah Jones, just, man, like, insane. I mean, Jeff, you as well, you know, it's great. I'm so stoked, you know, with the Rider of the Year awards this year. It was a way we kind of felt like we could give back to the community that we really love. It's always...
Yeah, I really appreciate it.
Yeah, there's just so many cool things that are happening besides the race, you know, like that are in our community that are just awesome. You know, you, Rookie of the Year, you know, like here's this guy out of Texas nobody knows, and, you know, January I met you at the Austin Peddlers Pass race for the first time. I'm like, oh, check out this little short dude. He's kind of funny. You know, no, just kidding. Bro. Just kidding.
That's perfect. That's actually what I was going for.
But it was great. You know, Nick, I remember, you know, Dirt Surfers Nick introduced us then, and then this whole season, just seeing you at every single race has been really cool to just, you know, watch that progression of you in general. You know, you can tell you got that skate background. It's kind of fun to watch, you know. Yeah, it's been really cool to see the progression, you know, love seeing Kyle fired up, rider of the year. These guys, all you guys, everybody's putting it in. Meals on Onewheel's winning the for the community for the sport award. There's so many good things happening. Those things need to be recognized as well. So that was kind of the first year of that, and I can't wait to see it grow further. It was super nice to have Ren and Javier back us up on that and come and commentate. And last year I thought we pretty much wore Ren out. I didn't think he'd actually come back. He was like, dude, 6 hours of live stream, that's a lot. And so I didn't even, and then he hit me up, was like, so I get to come back? And I was like, really? I was like, yeah, so that's awesome. And then this year was really stoked to add Rachel Cecil in, super nice to have someone who's actually won these races, these street style. She's won all of our races as a female here. And then this year being Race for the Rail winner. Super nice to have that commentary from someone who's been in all those spots and really just crushed it. And as she said, I didn't even really quite realize it, but she's really the first, placing racer to commentate anything. And so that was really cool to get that perspective as well. And so yeah, we keep growing each year. Bentonville's treating us really well. We love it here. I mean, this place is a mecca for trails. It's every direction you look, you're going to hit something rad, and hoping to keep it here, and hopefully they'll invite us back for next year. We kept hearing about Bentonville. We're in Asheville, a lot of mountain biking there, and a lot of mountain bike buddies are like, dude, you got to go check out Bentonville. It's sick. It's really cool. We hit up Nick and Rachel, who we met at Float Life Fest 3, the dirt surfers. We hit them up. They were like, come on out, let's go look at stuff and ride and hang out. And, kind of was, in the back of my mind, I wanted to do it here if it was a cool town, if I could find another dual slalom. I'd kind of got it in my head. I was like, oh, I love this dual slalom. I want to do that. That's really cool. Met up with those guys. We rode everything we could, Eureka, all the stuff, everything around here. And then, it's kind of like, is there a dual slalom here? And they brought us over to Kohler. We rode a bunch of stuff here, Fireline, everything. Got to the bottom of the dual slalom. It was not what it is today. It was a lot rougher then. It was definitely, 3 years ago. This place is, every time we come here, there's 20 new trails. There's additions to the old trails to make it easier to get to access. It just made sense, once we got here. I was like, this place is awesome.
So they take care of the trails here a lot better than what you've seen all around the places.
Anywhere. I mean, anytime you're riding around Bentonville, you'll see 3 to 5 trail crews on any given day, and they're all happy to see us here. They, we met with Visit Bentonville here in town, and they were like, come here, check it out. We'll help support you. We will make things happen. Generally they have. So we love this place. It's awesome. We can't get enough of it. Kohler's been really good to us. A little different vibe than 3 and 2 and 1, of course. Tough transition, not having the camping, everything right there, but this town makes it worth it. I love, everybody's getting Airbnbs. There's people camping as well. We have camping in Bella Vista, camping here on Kohler's site. It's just very limited. So you can do a lot, but the town itself is amazing. I'm emotionally invested in not only the festival, but the people here. And I love all these people. So Mike Jones, still his air off that last grate and airing over the entire grate was just nuts, and that's showing the progression of the sport and the control that people have now. It's really amazing. That's, to me, it's not really the craziest thing. It's just the amazingness of the progression. The progression is real. It's so real, and it's just getting more real. I'm excited to see what the future holds and see what else is going to happen with one-wheel racing, one-wheel street style. The tricks today, super consistent. In the past, you see these street style comps we do, and people are doing tricks, but it's not consistent, But then you get somebody like Jesse who can sit there and do 8, 9, 10 tricks in a row and still just keep going. These guys that's their passion. There's the trail riders, like you, like Dom, all these guys. Then there's guys like Noah Mead who are versed in both sides of it really well, and I'm sure, I haven't seen you do a lot of the street style stuff, so I'm sure you're great at it. I've watched you teach Little Jeff. I mean, Little Jeff's getting super good. you know, at Race for the Rail this year, just watching you guys on the last day out in the parking lot, you teaching him how to ride and do some tricks. It just, you know, that stuff is what I really love. Like the Grom racing here is one of the highest, for me, that gets me more excited than anything. Almost brings a little tear to my eye right now. Seriously, like it's an emotional thing for me just to see those kids like just sending it, and just, you know, all summer long this year has been really cool because there is just this rattled group of Groms, and like they're getting so Cindy, like Zoe, golly, between her and Jeff, and you know, just it's just nuts. It blows me away to see those guys just like from the beginning of, you know, seeing little Jeff in January, you know, just kind of like, oh yeah, I can kind of do some stuff, but now like he is like full send down Thunderdome.
I
like
told him to slow down because he was.
I heard you yelling like, slow down, dude, slow down, like check, you know, check it. And, you know, but he crushed it, you know. It was so cool. I mean, that's a proud daddy moment for you, you know. And Dave Stewart watching Emma come down, Lily come down, you know, all these little, you know, girls, boys, you know, racing together, which is a cool thing, too, to put those in the same category and, like, at a young age. And it's like, oh, you know, we can compete together. I think that's a really cool thing, too, that's happening there. That's not really happening in a lot of places, you know. So it's...
That's it.
Yeah, just fun. It's fun, you know. That like to me, like I love seeing the young kids. Like I said, Bodie, when I first met him, he's probably 17. You know, he's grown up into a full-grown, super cool dude, and just, you know, crushing trails, crushing everything. You know, just really bringing the sport, elevating the sport. You know, the float life guys, Onewheel parts, Rennie boards, fly fins, all these guys that are here at the festival. You know, helping to elevate the sport, and it shows, you know, every year it's so apparent that things are getting like more and more real. Like Race for the Rail this year, just nuts, you know. So it's all happening, and it just is fun to watch, you know. I feel really lucky to be in the position I'm in to just get to be able to see it all, you know, from a first-hand basis and from the beginning, you know. It's such an insane... Sometimes it's like kind of mind-boggling to me that I'm even here. You know? But yeah, there's going to be some really exciting stuff with ORL. I can't give away too much, you know. But I will say that we have a great team working on it together, and it does involve a lot of the other players in the racing community, like as well as racers and event organizers. So it's everybody there, you know, they're all in it. Talking with Jack and all the boys and making it happen, and everybody wants to see it grow and become a really amazing sport. You know, I know a lot of people give Onewheel grief about things, but I just want you to know they're backing this up, and we wouldn't be able to do a lot of the things that we're doing without them. And it's, I mean, we wouldn't be here without them, honestly. You know, it's they're back in the sport, and they're in a unique position to do so, and they want to see it grow as well. I will say that 100%, and I'd argue it every day with anybody. But they're great folks over there. They're just doing the best they can, and I think that everybody is seeing that more and more.
That'll be good.
Dude, do you even trail, bro? That was the Float Life Fest version. We got to do a special outro with Brandon Peavy. Brandon Peavy, just freestyle an outro.
Let's see it.
Well, Float Life Fest 5 has been good. We're about to run Thunderdome. Hopefully everyone stays safe. Keep it real, and do you even trail, bro?
Boom! Do you even trail, bro?
Let's go.
Thank you, man. But
Hell
by the
yeah.
time you come back, we'll be gone. For sure.
We'll see you later.
Man, that was PB. That was BPV. I always mess up his name when it's the B and the P. They rhyme. So I always say PBV, but it's really P. No, it is PV.
Brandon Peavy.
It's Brandon Peavy. See, Brandon Peavy is easy to say.
Yeah.
It's when I try to be fresh.
That's what I was like, bro.
When I'm trying to be fresh, it's hard to say, dude. No, bro, it's BPV.
Let's get it.
I said, do you even trail, bro? Do you trail? I said, do you even trail, bro?